Are you a big back vegetarian? And people always ask you, well, how are you so big and you're vegetarian? Well, tell them you are a stegosaurus. Stegosauruses are one of the most recognizable dinosaurs around, and also they were herbivores, bringing you the most rare vegetarian cuisines around the world and the culture associated with it. I'm Sid Simone, and this is Flavafull. We have found ourselves in Dino Desert, 35 minutes outside of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So majority of dinosaurs were herbivores. So let's see, what did they find flavorful? Clawing its way to more vegetation is the Tyrannosaurus, located in Mongolia originally. The ancient Greeks believed that the Tyrannosaurus named Reaping Lizard. That's right, this huge dinosaur behind me, the Parasaurolophus, only ate pine needles, twigs, and herbs, and traditionally would function in large herds in order to protect itself. Another fellow vegetarian and herbivore is going to be the Hadrosaurus. With only 2 legs, the Hadrosaurus has hundreds of teeth, and they're arranged in something called dental batteries. Nope, that's not a building behind me. That is the Dreadnoughtus. The Dreadnoughtus is going to be the tallest terrestrial vertebrate known to man so far, standing at 26 meters tall and weighing 48,000 kilograms. The Carnotaurus was based in Argentina, and it has the baby arms. It's a meat eater though. The size of the brain of the Gigantosaurus, despite its large head, was only the size of a banana. Dino Desert is certainly isolated, so if you are able to catch a grab out here, you may not be able to catch a grab back. And you probably won't get any service, so I recommend for you to negotiate with your grab driver to wait for you. I negotiated 50 to 55 ringgits, which equates to about $11. When you decide to visit Dino Desert, make sure that you bring plenty of water, some sunscreen, and be prepared to walk. It is slightly wheelchair friendly, however, I don't recommend it because of the inclines and the declines, but they do have plenty of railing, plenty of lighting, and if you are a person that struggles with anxiety like I do, just mentally prepare that these things move. They don't move outside of the gates, but intermittently they are going to roar. But it's time for me to find some flavorful food someplace else. Let's see where else this trip takes us. Uber excited for this meal at Analashki, a vegetarian restaurant, and it's actually a vegetarian buffet. This type of food is what I call soul food. And the mothers of the temple prepare these dishes. So when I read that online, I said, oh, I'm going there. There was an Indian festival that I went to in Vegas, and the best food out of all the vendors wasn't on the list. And I'm like, well, where's this restaurant, that booth there? They said, oh, that's not a booth, that's not a vendor. Those are the mothers of the temple. I was like, let Big Mama cook it, and it'll be all right. way to see all of the sites is on the hop on, hop off bus, and for just a minimal amount, usually anywhere between $8 to $22, you can travel around the city and see everything that you need to see and taste all at one time. Usually I'll do a 24 to a 48-hour pass so I can get on and off as often as I'd like. But keep in mind, they start anywhere between 9 a.m. and then they'll stop at 6 p.m. Every country has a different agenda, so make sure you check the schedule so you don't get stranded. For a country this size, with the millions of visitors and tourists every year, what you won't see is trash on the streets. Astana Negara is going to be the palace named after the king of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, Astana Negara. So it's not just the name, it is actually a person. More than 426 million years old are the Batu Caves. When you visit Kuala Lumpur, you have to climb these 272 steps to get to the top. This statue behind me is the world's largest statue, and at the top of those 272 steps, you're going to find a picturesque temple. To avoid these monkey encounters, make sure that you put a backpack that is closed, so not a plastic bag that they can see through, because they're crafty. It's not Abu from Aladdin. Well, pretty much he is. Like, they do function like Abu from Aladdin. So they will grab your water bottles, your snacks, your purses, and because this is very much so a tourist attraction, please be careful as people will pickpocket you. My tour guide has warned us that even while you're going up these 272 steps, please be aware that you have your bag in the front, because people know that you are going to be bothered and occupied. The fastest growing metropolitan area in the world is going to be Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. 65% Muslim, among other cultural and religious groups you'll find here. Originally, the city was based for mining. Right now, they focus on batik. So batik is going to be one of the outfits that kind of looks like patterns, but it's actually made out of wax and cotton. So do not be fooled by some of the vendors on the streets that will try to sell you batik. In reality, it's probably like an off-brand or an offshoot of their product.